Hello, everybody. I'm Steven from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing Netflix's Enola Holmes. This movie is based off of the YA novel series by Nancy Springer, who you've never heard about these book series until the movie came out. But the production quality of it is really good, which I'm not surprised for or about. It's Netflix. The acting was quite good in this movie. I was again very surprised and very happy with that. The writing really isn't that bad. Surprisingly, there are some woke stuff in it, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But the music score, I actually really enjoyed the music score. It really was immersive. It made you feel like you were in a detective movie, and it was really good for the time period as well, which was great. I enjoyed it. So Enola Holmes is a 16-year-old sister of Mycroft and Sherlock. And on her 16th birthday, she wakes up and finds that her mother's missing. So she undertakes her first case to find her missing mother. In the movie, it really delights in telling us that all men are useless. You can actually see it in the description of Netflix when you go to it. It says that her brothers are useless. So they pretty much put all men down in the movie right off the bat. But there are some good points to point out, and we'll go over those right now. Miley Bobby Brown is amazing in this movie. She practically carries the whole movie by herself. Every scene is phenomenal. They're pretty much packed with just her in every scene. Other actors in this have very little screen time, but they make the most of it, which is really good. Because I thought Henry Cavill would be a phenomenal Sherlock Holmes, and the movie thinks so too, because it starts out with Enola Holmes listing all of his accomplishments up until that point. And then he literally gets put on the sideline after that for just a few parts in it. So it really kind of like baits you, and then it's just takes it right back for that. So I wasn't really too pleased with that part, because, I mean, again, all the actors were phenomenal in this movie. But Miley Bobby Brown, yeah, she pretty much carried the whole movie. From emotional scenes to acting scenes, she was phenomenal in this. There are 3 issues with the movie that I found, and we'll get into those right now. First is the story structure is where the movie kind of falters. They give 2 plots to the movie. One is the missing mother. That starts the whole thing off. And then there's a murder plot. And they seem unrelated to each other. Until really at the end, and then they tie it all together. The movie is more focused on the murder plot than the missing mother. And honestly, I think the murder plot is actually really good. It's extremely interesting. It is engaging. Like, the clues are a little harder to follow, which is great. The missing mother, some of those clues are like easy. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched it yet, so we'll just leave it at that. The second issue I had with the movie is the feminist angle. And I'm tired of it, you know. This one actually doesn't do it as bad as other movies, but it really isn't something that you want to have in every single thing that we watch. It pretty much rams down our throats that women are awesome and men are bad. Basically, in this movie, again, they talk about how all men are useless. And even the main actor, Tewksbury, I believe is his name, has to say that he's not a complete idiot. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is nowadays, I guess. There is just like every movie we see has this type of stuff in it. And Enola has to explain things to the audience as well about like corsets being used to repress women, because women were forced to wear them. And it just goes along, and she keeps telling people, that she's met some useless boys, things like that. You really don't need to drag men down to build women up. This movie, I think, would have been a lot better if it didn't have all of that in it. Mycroft is pretty much there just to represent what society wants women to be, basically. He keeps telling her she's got to go to a finishing school to be a proper lady. Sherlock and Tewksbury are not completely useless, though, and Enola actually comments on Tewksbury being clever, which is pretty good. And it never really takes all that, though, to like the Mary Sue level. There are like a couple of fight scenes with Enola Holmes and the assassin that's in it, and he's a grown man. And I was expecting her just to, be so good and so smart that she could just, wipe the floor with him, and she doesn't. She literally gets backed into a corner where she realizes she can't beat him, so she has to use her wits to get away from him, which is really good. So she's not a Mary Sue in this. She actually has a learning curve, which is, again, I really enjoyed that part where, she didn't take it to the extreme like that. And then the third thing I found that was an issue is the way the plot with the mother wrapped up. Towards the end, it was pretty flimsy. Once she wrapped up the murder plot, the missing mother's plot was pretty much wrapped up as well. And the mother ends up showing up at the end of the movie and tells her that she's proud of her and the things that she's accomplished, but she never wanted her to look for her. She wanted her to find her own path, because there's only two paths you can take: the one that people choose for you and the one you choose for yourself. And then she tells her she can't stay for long. She just wanted to show up and tell her that, and to tell her just to go find her own way, and then she leaves. So the trailers of the movie make you think that it's all about finding her mother when it's really not. So it really kind of was flimsy for me, and I was kind of disappointed in how they went about the plot with the missing mother. But I mean, they're pretty much looking to do sequels for this, because there's, I believe, like 6 books in this series total. So this is the first of the 6 books. So they're looking to maybe make, a few more. But in conclusion, I actually enjoyed Enola Holmes more than I thought I would. Even with all the woke stuff that they bring up in it and everything, it never took it to the point where you were just cringing at every scene and, you wanted to turn it off. So I really enjoyed that. I really wanted to see Henry Cavill play Sherlock Holmes a lot more, because, again, I think he would make a phenomenal Sherlock Holmes. But they did give Sherlock more emotions in this as well, which is going against the original character of it. But, I mean, I would really give this about a 6.5 out of 10. Just because of the fact that it was there was a lot of woke stuff. But, the movie really does at times make it fun to watch. It's kind of funny and charming in certain spots where, Enola starts realizing certain things, and so it really wasn't that bad of a movie. that I thought. So, in conclusion, yep, I would definitely recommend watching this at least once. Again, it's a 6.5 out of 10 for me. But, if you like what I do, please hit the like button and then the subscribe button as well, because I'll be doing new content every week. And take care for now, everybody. Goodbye.